Walton can tip it. Bryant with the save.
Oh, you got to get a shot here.
Final second.
Look at the time. 9:58 world record. I told you, Tom Hammond.
The ball. Lewis gets it to LeBron for three for the win. Yeah!
Ladies and gents, you know it's Mr. Cleanup Gang, and I don't miss nothing at all. So I want to give a special congratulations to Jermell Charlo for becoming undisputed champion of the world. This man went in there, he did what he said he was gonna do. He basically predicted the fight that Brian Castano wasn't gonna be able to make any adjustments, and he was gonna make the proper adjustments. You've seen he was landing those vicious uppercut on Brian Castano, and Brian Castano didn't know what to do, and that caused them to be later on knocked out in the 10th round. So now that Jermell Charlo became undisputed, right? Jermell Charlo just did something that Errol Spence Jr. wasn't able to do, right? He was able to become undisputed. Errol Spence Jr. is still waiting. I don't know what he's waiting on, but he's still waiting to send Terrence Bud Crawford a contract to make that fight happen. But they could send Canelo Alvarez a contract. So why not do something that your stablemate, Errol Spence Jr., the chosen one, the one that they chose to be the baby face of the PBC, do something that do two things that he's not able to do, which is become undisputed, check, and now you could defeat Terrence Bud Crawford. If Terrence Bud Crawford decided to exercise his right, and challenge Jermell Charlo for the WBO strap at 154, what is Jermell Charlo gonna do? Is he gonna have the same attitude that he had in this interview?
You know, just everything. You know, like I don't know what else to tell you about the Crawford kid. When he fighting again? Shit. When the fuck is he fighting again? Like who the fuck he fought last? Like I don't even know nothing about the kid. I just want to fight. You know what I'm saying? Don't ask me.
Well, I get what you mean by, he hasn't ever fought at 54, a guy like Crawford. But, you get the Duran versus Leonard, Mosley, De La Hoya. They jump up and get right to it. Champion versus champion.
That's how it works. I don't know. I don't run boxing.
That's how help them.
I'll run boxing, but not like I don't run the statistics and all of the little factuals.
Yeah, man, that was Jermell Charlo, guys. I don't know. I'm scratching my head right now, but that was Jermell Charlo. When asked about Terrence Bud Crawford, you see Jermell Charlo reaction. He doesn't want to fight Terrence Bud Crawford. He doesn't want to have nothing to do with Terrence Bud Crawford. So what does that leave for Terrence Bud Crawford, right? Errol Spence, he's holding all the belts for Terrence Bud Crawford to become undisputed. And Jermell Charlo, he's undisputed, right? At 154. And Bud either wanted to fight Errol Spence or the winner of the Brian Castano and Jermell Charlo fight. And it doesn't seem like none of those is going to happen. So what's next for Terrence Bud Crawford? I seen Josh Taylor, he relinquished his belt. He was forced to relinquish his belts. And he said that he was going to move up to 147. But I'm not interested in a Josh Taylor and a Terrence Bud Crawford fight. And I'm not interested in a Errol Spence and a Jaron Bruce Ennis fight. If that's what these guys trying to do, because I seen they got in a little altercation and stuff, I'm not interested in that fight. We not going to try to do deflections. We not going to try to create new storylines. We ain't going to try to do that. We want that fight. The fans deserve that fight. And if Errol Spence Jr. doesn't make that fight, because he has to make that fight happen. He's the A-side, right? He's the A-side. He said after the fight, that's the fight that he want next. He was going to make that happen. He's his own promoter. That's what Derrick James said. So I don't see no reason that Errol Spence Jr. should be delaying to make that fight to become undisputed so he could have a place in history just like Jermell Charlo, right? But we know that boxing is a corrupted sport, sad to say. So these guys are just going to continue to duck, and they're going to be allowed to do it. Like, they can't, like, these guys can't see that this is what these guys are doing. I don't understand. Like, how can the sanction bodies ignore these guys running around sitting here avoiding top fighters? Like, how can they ignore that? Like, it got to be some way for them to be forced to fight each other. Like, Turnbull Crawford got the only belt that Errol Spence Jr. need to become undisputed. Like, I know the higher up, whoever is responsible, I know y'all see that, bro. I know y'all see that he's trying to avoid that, man, and it doesn't make sense. It's not good for boxing. We're trying to elevate boxing. A lot of people stop watching boxing because of the politics, right? And switching over to UFC because UFC, you see the best fight the best, right? That's all we want to see. You don't really see nobody get involved with, oh, this amount of money, this amount of money. Oh, he need this amount of money. We don't see that happen in the UFC, right? But we see that happen in boxing. And these guys are getting a lot of money. Errol Spence Jr. and them, they getting a lot of money over there, bro. You feel me? They getting more than enough money for them to sit here and be like, I bet it's a legacy fight. Let's just go all out. You feel me? He don't want to do that. They don't want to do that, right? So they going to continue, and they going to continue to duck Turnbull Crawford, and we just going to continue to wait, and then I'm going to make 100,000 videos. No, that shit is mad corny, bro. We want to see the fight happen so I could tell y'all, aha, Bud is on a different planet, and he's a different type of fighter, right? So I'm just waiting here. Whatever news comes forth, I'm going to make sure I share with you guys. But make sure y'all leave a like. Make sure y'all hit that subscription button. Make sure y'all share this video if y'all enjoy this content. Let me know what y'all think. And that's all I got for y'all. I'm out.